What's up, guys? Welcome back to Give a Shit. So today I'm trying something a little bit different. Seeing if kind of doing it in my room was kind of nicer, or if I like doing it in the car better, or what I like better. So we're trying a little bit of different things here. So yeah. Anyway, regular weekly show here. Everything's the same, just a different venue. If you guys are new, this is a weekly show where we go over things that are happening in the industry, news, reveals, things like that. Doesn't matter what it is. So yeah, first thing we have for the day is the Honda Civic Si. So we've talked a little bit about this in the past. Some power figures, things like that. It is now a turbocharged VTEC engine. Big news on that. But now this week's news is they came out with pricing. So it'll start at $23,900. So that's still undercutting the Focus ST by about $1,500 and the GTI by about almost $3,000. The GTI starts at around 26. The Focus ST starts in the high 24s. So it is a slightly cheaper option than those two. Now there are some arguments on build quality and things like that. But yeah, the Civic Si, the new one, is going to start at $23,900. Now, other news with this car is that they also came out with some miles per gallon, some fuel economy stats. So this car is actually going to get a combined 32 miles to the gallon, which is pretty impressive for a performance little luxury, not luxury, but like a little performance sedan, you know, little performance car, which is actually pretty good. It's a 1.5 turbocharged 4-cylinder, still VTEC. So it makes 192 torque and 205 horsepower, I believe it was. So it's not monster power, but with a turbo, with just a tune, I bet you that car is going to make at least 230 torque and, I don't know, 245, 250 horse. It's going to be pretty dope. I'm personally pretty excited to drive it. It's going to have only a 6-speed manual is available, different seats, better aggressive bodywork, a little wing at the back. And this is both for the coupe and the sedan. Both will start at the same price range. So yeah, cool things coming from Honda. New little enthusiast car. Starts at $23,000 and 32 miles to the gallon. So if you guys like a fuel economy, but still want something cheap and fun, Civic Si is your go-to. All right, next up for the day. If you guys don't know, BMW and Toyota are actually developing a new platform for the Supra for Toyota and the new Z Roadster for BMW. Now, we have kind of thought there's some speculation that the new Z is going to be called the Z5, seeing as the old Z was the Z4. But BMW boss actually came out and said that no, it will not be called the Z5. They have not said anything about that. That was purely all speculation, but it may be called the Z4, possibly even the Z3. Now, he has also confirmed that this car will have a 6-cylinder engine, and it may, he kind of hinted, maybe not, might have a 3-cylinder with an electric component to that, a little hybrid system, kind of like the i8 has. That is not for sure, but he did say for sure this car will not be called the Z5 and will definitely have a 6-cylinder engine. Now, I'm very excited about this car, not so much for the BMW side, but more for the Toyota side, because the CEO was just saying out Toyota, he was just saying that he doesn't want their cars to be boring anymore, that they're going to have some more sports cars coming back. Toyota really wants to play around with sports cars again, which I'm really excited for. They had the golden era of the 90s where the Japanese had a giant economic boom for the auto industry, so hopefully they'll be kind of coming back to some of those things in the near future, so I'm very excited about that. Next up, we're talking about Porsche. So this week, Porsche actually produced its 1,000,000th 911, so which is kind of cool. They're still plugging along at the 911. It's been around for many years now. It's a very classic design, very well-known design, very popular car of theirs. It's not necessarily the bread and butter, but if you think of a Porsche, that is what you think of. It's the 911. This car was actually finished in a nice green. It has some millionth badges, some badges saying it's like the millionth Porsche or whatever. Millionth 911, that is. This car will not be for sale though. It is staying at the Porsche museum, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's just some kind of cool things there. They also just scrapped plans for the 911 hybrid. There was some speculation of whether or not they were developing it. They developed some things, but they ended up saying, no, we don't actually want this. They obviously came out with the 918 Spider a couple years ago, which was a very successful car, very fast car. It featured a hybrid system with a V8 and a small hybrid system that made 889 horsepower. So there's a lot of potential there. The new Panamera hybrid makes like 680 horse, I think. Very, very fast car. So kind of nice for the purists here. I don't doubt that maybe later down the road, maybe we'll bring them back up again. But yeah, so Porsche has scrapped plans for the 911 hybrid, which is kind of controversial for some people, but kind of cool for others. So yeah, there's some cool things coming out of Porsche right there. So last thing for the day, again, trying to keep these shows a little bit shorter. We're talking about BMW again. So last thing with BMW is that their CEO and boss just announced that in 2018 they're going to come out again with the BMW 8 Series. So this car is going to be a big coupe. So if you guys also don't know, BMW actually owns Rolls-Royce. So they kind of have some experience with some very big luxury cars. But they kind of described it as a mini Rolls-Royce. It's going to start at about $165,000. So it is going to be pretty expensive. It's going to be very large, big coupe, like I said. It'll probably compete with things like the S-Class Coupe AMG, that also is way up there in price. So yeah, Audi might also be coming out with an A9. So there are some big sedans, big coupe sedans coming out of Germany here pretty soon, big luxury sedans. So kind of cool. BMW is kind of making some different things. There's no word yet on whether or not there's going to be like an M8 or anything like that. I'm sure maybe Alpina will hop on that and maybe develop that for someone, maybe Dynon as well. But yeah, kind of cool. Big 8 Series car coming, big coupe. So that's kind of interesting there. So yeah, guys, that's about all I have for you today. There's some other little things like possibly Ferrari coming out with their next hypercar in 3 to 5 years, which is kind of crazy. Other little things like that, but like I said, I still wanted to keep this show kind of short. If you guys want to check out any of the things that I talked about today, I always try to leave a link in the description down below, so you guys can definitely go check that out. That way you can kind of read along with me and see what's up going on. So it's not just me talking about these things, it's actually actual news that's coming out from reputable sources that I get all this stuff from. So definitely go check that out. Be on the lookout later this week. There'll be some more reviews and such. I shot a review last week. It was a WRX wagon. If you guys want to check that out, definitely go look at that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is Give a Shift. Hope you guys like the show. See you guys next week. Peace.